Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for viewing, for liking, and subscribing to my channel and the content I make. Previously, I was addressing a subject of education systems, and the curriculum. Today, I would like to talk about something that is close to my heart. And my mandate today is embedded in a question I would ask. What will I do with 8,000 US dollars or close to 30 million Ugandan shillings? If I had that amount right now in my hands, what would I do with it as an educator? Well, there is a whole lot I can do, but it is within the vision that has been on my heart for very many years. There is a lot of uncertainty when it comes to jobs in Uganda, and we have very many people who have finished school, they have degrees, but they fail to get jobs. And then, in the same circumstance or scenario, we have very many people who potentially could go to school and get an education, but do not have the money to go and get an education. Now, I would use 30 million Ugandan shillings to create a lasting solution to such problems, not only in Uganda but in East Africa. I have a dream of creating a school which equips the young generation right from infancy, giving skills that are tangible and material skills, skills that evolve over time into money-making ventures. We have skills like tailoring, like carpentry, like computer work, using computers and the internet to develop things. In most cases and in most systems, very many schools do not consider young children as a an available opportunity to shape a generation. Very many young children today are being taught how to read and how to write. They are being taught matching a cat and a cat, a picture, a house and a house, matching. They are taught. Those skills are good. But there is something missing in the narrative. It is an irony of defeat to imagine that the young minds are only capable of matching a house to a house and a cat to a cat. Well, there is more to that. We underestimate the capacity and the capability of those young minds. That is why I have come up with a curriculum, which is not fighting the national curriculum, of course, but I have come up with creativity and innovation within our national curriculum that is actually encouraging creativity of a young mind from infancy, from baby class to top class from baby class to middle class to top class to primary one in the Ugandan education system. If the educators in the Ugandan education system learn to adjust education and make it workable, then we shall have different results. There is a saying that if you want to keep getting what you're getting, keep doing what you're doing. So I'm not saying that there is a big problem that is wrong with our curriculum. I'm only saying that we lack a system that is including creativity and adaptability, and we lack a system that is incorporating hands-on skills and all the skills that are required to start generating money at a young age for the young generation, because we keep doing theory. And theory has kept us in circles of poverty. So, to change the narrative, I have come up with a plan in which an education system can have creativity right from infancy. And I am offering that to Uganda, to East Africa, and to the whole world. So if I had 30 million Ugandan shillings, I would start a school which is skill based. A school which is skill based, which is primarily focusing on equipping the Ugandan with skills that are capable of helping the Ugandan to raise money even after P7. In Uganda, we have one of the first national exam that is done in Uganda is called primary leaving examination, leaving the primary stage to the secondary stage of education. But usually, very many children finish primary level and they are capable of nothing. They cannot even make a ball out of banana fiber. Most of the children are capable of nothing. They do not have any skill that can help them make money. So I would use 30 million Ugandan shillings to develop a school that is equipping the Ugandans, that is equipping Ugandans from infancy. By the time somebody reaches P7, they are able to make money using their skills. They are able to produce either a product or use their hands-on skills to start earning money and contributing towards the education of secondary school and university. It is possible to change the national narrative by changing the way we do education. And I would use that money to evolutionize the system of education and introduce the hands-on skills right from baby class. Right from baby class. We underestimate those young minds, but I see a lot of potential. And I believe that if you can work with me and believe in what I'm about to do, and you put in an effort, you will have participated in evolving the national narrative of education, and together we can harness the Ugandan minds and create something beautiful in the long run. Nelson Mandela said that education is the only weapon which can change the whole world. Now, to change the world through education, especially the world in Uganda, we have to change the way we have been doing our education right from infancy. We have to evolutionize the system from theory that is only focused on developing the mental capacity of a child in reasoning and in speaking, to a practical that is embedding this child in a deeper connection of methods of building wealth. Number two, I would introduce biblical principles of building wealth into this education system, which today are being neglected. Because within the Bible, as a Christian, I would tell you, within the Bible, God has given us very many ways of how we can introduce wealth making methods and principles to children from infancy. And ignoring that has kept the provisions of God outside the narrative. So I'm encouraging you to be a part of this and to consider becoming one with me in this vision, so that we can work together to change the Ugandan narrative and the system of education. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hearing me out. God bless you. God bless Uganda. God bless East Africa. God bless Africa. And we keep together in building a better Uganda.